seem all that long ago since we watched these sides in the first Saturday night football match of the year. Crowd of over 18,000 at Leichhardt. And a 14-10 win to Manly that went right down to the dying seconds of the match. Brasher gets us underway. The Tigers from left to right. And Brasher, a man very much in the news this week, and Terry Hill for Manly. One of 6 players in the Sea Eagles squad backing up from Origin on Wednesday night. 5 are in the starting lineup. Here's Gillespie, replacing Tierney in the front row. Stimson was the tackler. Now Hopewadi. Expedition into the forwards continues in this match, and that is a good first touch for John Hopewadi. A 20-metre gain. And Manly closing in on halfway as Field was looking to kick when he shrugged through 2 defenders. Sirinen across in cover. And now Sidaris for Tuvi. Kosev. Nice offload and some quick hands. Menzies received the pass from Sidaris. They're on the Tigers 40. And that in the opening 5 tackles of the match. Sloppy play the ball from Menzies. Sidaris was forced to kick from dummy half without a great deal of thought. He was forced into that kick, and as a result we come back to the 20.
Yeah, ordinary kick there by Sidaris, but a bright breezy start there for the Eagles. A big bust from Hopewadi, and then Craig Field shrugging off tackle after tackle to make a nice 30-metre run as well. Balmain now rucked it out through Morrison.
So Tigers in possession. Short of their 30, but now the penalty for inside the 10. How about you, Paul? We've seen plenty of Balmain this year. It's almost hard to fathom that they're languishing with the bottom teams in the competition on 8 points. We've seen them hand in some very good performances, yet only 4 wins from 11.
They're a very wholehearted side, but they do lack just a touch of class as far as scoring tries is concerned. And that's been their bugbear all year. The defence has been quite sound, but they just find it hard getting over that white line. Here comes Starr. Adam
Starr. An offload back for Jolly, and there's half a chance on the left. It went through the hands of Hanley. This is Gillette. Tuvi, as we come to expect, not letting his man get on the outside. Hanley, accustomed to the second row position. His forays into the forward pack has been more or less exclusively at lock forward. Here's Centre, skirting 2 across the ruck for Stimson. Held in the Kosev tackle, was looking for the quick play of the ball, and Kosev failed to let go of the leg, and the Tigers get basically the presentation of 2 points, 12 metres out from the Manly line. And now Jeff Tuvey and Simpkins exchanging words.
I'm not too sure what Tuvey's asking about. It looked like a second tackle or players laying around on the ruck, and the penalty just had to be given.
Well, I think the replay will show that Kosev never let go of the leg of Stimson as he was looking to play the ball. He'd got to his feet, and Kosev still had hold. Hence the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And normally, under any circumstances, this would be a gimme. But Michael Withers, I'm not sure what his record is. You might help me there, Dave Middleton, our stats man for the day.
Well, he's a little below the 50% mark.
Give him strength there, a Tiger supporter.
He has scored 42 points this year. That includes, or 44 points. That includes 5 tries. And Withers has the kicking. He did kick a match-winning goal against Norths back at Leichhardt. That was their last win. Successful with his first kick of the day. So only 3 minutes gone, and the Tigers up by 2 over the Sea Eagles. So 2-0 it is. And Shannon Nevin, well, he stabbed that one for the restart. Tigers with Tim Brasher. Running at Sidaris and Gillespie over the top. Brasher's lost it, and he was really stung in the tackle. It was cement. Pats all round for David Gillespie.
And he's still down, Brasher. The big hit from, first of all, Sidaris down low, and cement came over the top. Forced the ball loose. Good stuff there from Gillespie.
Yeah, plenty of credit for Sidaris, the first shot. He had Brasher going backwards, and the weight of Gillespie just added to the woes for Tim Brasher. Field from the scrum base. Tuvey running through was Shannon Nevin. Hill was on his outside. They're 15 out. Some interference from Brasher in the tackle. Plenty to say from Jeff Tuvey. Now only 15 out. This time it's Stimson, who at the opposite end had earned his side a penalty. This time he is the offender. And Manly will get the chance for the reply to the Balmain 2 points.
Craig Field will be the first choice kicker. This is still one of the most ordinary parts of this great game of rugby league, is the play the ball area. Players just refusing to roll off and get up, and the penalty once again given.
Great irony too that it was Kosef the player with the ball in his hands, so they've just reversed their roles. Kick for Field, a little tougher than what confronted Michael Withers. Field is around 15 metres in from touch. There you see it, just inside the 20-metre zone. Again, you wouldn't call Craig Field one of the elite goal kickers in the game. 60% his success rate. So he's good days and he's had his bad days. Field, the level of scores for Manly. The competition leaders unsuccessful. He started the year as a bench player. He's now a permanent fixture in the first grade side. Now look, this is just, well, if I can quote one of your words, Fatty, a penalty-a-thon. It is.
Referee Simpkins now calling out Jeff Tuvey, the Manly captain. He's calling out Hopewati. I think Ciro's got an invitation as well. Ellery's in there with his sticking his bib in.
Well, it's 6 penalties the first 9 minutes. 4 to the Tigers, 2 to Manly.
Well, he obviously wants the rucks cleared a lot more quickly than they have been. If he can achieve that, the referee, he's a genius, and we'll get a good, quick game, but that won't happen. I didn't think this one was too bad, actually, at the time. That's in slow-mo, and Hopewati just kept hanging on there.
So Sirinen from the free kick. Chance that Ciro will be back again next year. After it seemed he was set to retire, here's Adam Starr. 30 out from the Manly line, and there's the shoulder over the top of Mark Carroll. Gillespie was around the legs. Morrison attacking the short side for the Tigers. Back to Brasher. Under pressure in the Gillespie tackle. Now Jolly, cut out ball for Gillette. And with it is Bubba Kennedy. 25 metres out looking for Langaloa. Kennedy with a dummy is away for the Tigers. Speed is a tremendous asset, and Kennedy has plenty of it. First try to the Tigers at 6-0.
Balmain have had problems getting tries on the board all season. But in the first, 10 minutes of Brookvale, they've put a beauty on. Some good play here, some lovely passing under pressure. This one from Brasher was a cracker. And then out wide, Manly were a little bit stretched. That's a good ball. But it's Bubba Kennedy, does it all on his own. Hunter took his eyes off the man with the ball. You can't do that. Just gave him that metre, and Kennedy's got the necessary speed to make use of that space. Morrison, that's a good pass. A better one from that man there, and there, the long ball. Gillette and Kennedy, lovely dummy this. Inside ball, good decoy from Langaloa. Hunter will, he'll learn a lot from that. You just cannot afford to take your eyes off the man with the football.
As Withers lines up the kick, here's Kennedy, moving quickly in super slow-mo even, as he outpaced Hunter. And Withers now has the conversion. Shannon Nevin arriving too late. Here's the kick from Withers. This one is going to swing back. It doesn't. For the Tigers, a try and a goal. It's 6-0 as the bench players warm up for Manly. Viewers at home on the edge of their seats wanting to hear more. Here's Lyons. Back with Sidaris. 30 metres out from the line into the clutches of Starr. Scotty Fulton working here for Tierney. This is a strong run from Tierney. Hanley was waiting back the 10 metres. Kosef dives on the loose ball and then loses it. Balmain back in possession.
Nice work there from Big Beef for Tierney, backing up from last Wednesday night's game. He's a very strong player. Good run, but the pass, went to ground. No good. Ball control is ordinary for Manly. Good hit there from Innes over the top.
Yeah, centre. Rock back in the Innes tackle. Now Morrison. He also cops a good shot from Menzies and Tuvey. A bit of fire in this game. There's suddenly a real sting in the tackles as Sirinen was looking to offload. Short of halfway, centre for Hanley to run straight at Tierney. An offload for Morrison. Good work for him, Ellery Hanley. 36 years of age. Long pass from centre back for Brasher on the last. Brasher gets plenty of time to run and kick. This one will come down for Cliffy Lyons if he wants to contest. The bat back from Brasher, and Hill comes up with a football. Cliffy Lyons didn't want a bar of it. Manly away from their own 20. They really are attacking this short side. Here's Weepu. Now Fulton. Kosef. Now Menzies. Short of halfway. Fulton. Back for Tierney. He's got Sidaris in support. Long ball from Tierney for Hill. Kennedy is up there. Now Hunter. Manly finding it hard to get some headway. They've lost the ball. Now the Sea Eagles failing to get out of their own half. It's been a while since they've completed a set of 6 in this match. Stimson, nice offload for Jolly. With a Tuvey tackle. Tigers 35 out. Adam Starr running straight at Jeff Tuvey again. He is a player with some ball skills, Adam Starr. Very much improved this year. Jolly looking for a runner. Hudson Smith angled inside. Jolly's going to run out of teammates in a moment. Carroll about to come back. Centre just outside the Manly 20. Here's Webber. Jolly. Nice switch of play this from the Tigers. Gillette with plenty of support on his outside. Sends Kennedy. And Langala on the chase and hits the corner post. Back to the 20. A Manly tap. But again, some nice variation.
They're playing very well, Balmain. That's what the game's all about these days. Changing the angles, varying your points of attack, and they're doing plenty of that. It keeps the defence guessing. And this is good play from Gillette. Saw his men out wide, were covered, put in the kick, and unfortunately it's just a little bit too heavy, but we'll keep Manly thinking, I'll tell you. Sidaris now back in the second row and gets a few metres for them.
With Fulton for Mark Carroll, his second entry into this match. Warmth Hanley tried to make the tackle, but that battle alone was certainly won by Spud Carroll. He made 15 metres. Fulton adds to the tally. So Manly find themselves in Tigers territory. Carroll, well, isn't he keen today? Mark Carroll. Not the first time that he's done double hit-ups in a set of 6. Here's Nevin with a kick. The chaser this time is Hopewadi. Brasher from his own goal line. Confronted by Hopewadi. At the moment the rain is holding off. Withers getting a little dark here though at Brookvale. Andrew Hunter coming from the field. That was back in the Manly in goal. You saw the shot of Andrew Hunter. And now Starr for the Tigers. Just inside their own half. A chance to kick before the last if they like. Jolly decides to attack. And Walker. Met well by the Manly defence. Menzies and Tuvey. Last play, Jolly. Gillette, well, he had the chance to kick from inside the 40 and ran over the 40-metre line. Hopewadi will be forced back to his own in goal. Almost back to the dead ball line. Hopewadi comes back. Good work from the kicker of the ball to put all his chasers onside. And Withers and Webber. Commitment in defence. Now Nevin. Sidaris. Kosef. Centre. Up there on the tackle. Now Fulton for Tuvey. Again, he had the lunge forward to take it. Lyons. For Menzies. Back for Cliffy Lyons. Then a pass for Sidaris. Sidaris running across field. Yeah, but once Sidaris got the football, no one in the Manly side willing to support him, run onto the football as well. Their second phase play at this stage is ordinary, Manly. Carroll just completed his 7th hit up for the match. It's never to stumble. Jolly is up in defence. Tigers with the ball with Webber. Oh, gee, well, that's a tough call for the Tigers, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunate.
They've had some luck here, Manly. Shannon Nevin looked like he was going to be caught with the football, only 30 metres out from his own line. It would have been a turnover. So he gets up and flicks it back, but it comes off a Balmain, or did it? Comes off a Manly hand there. Now is there a knock on? Well, I don't know.
Let off for the Seagulls, perhaps, as Tuvey is held by Webber. Lyons. Kosef pushing along for Hill. Manly just one win from their last 4 starts. Draws against the Steelers, but also the Chargers, a win over Souths and a loss to Western Suburbs.
Yeah, I mean, they are going through a very ordinary period, Manly. They're still the premiership favourites, but the win over Souths, they were down 16-8 at half-time. So you'd have to say they probably had one decent half of football in the last month.
Tuvey from the Tigers 40. There's the jink of Jeff Tuvey. Kosef. Sadara standing wide. Back for Nick Kosef. Hill ran a decoy. Then offloading for Hancock. Manly now 35 out. Carroll. He just keeps putting his hand up. Mark Carroll. Tuvey. Lyons. Winners is there and he's outside. Cliffy Lyons. Good pass. Hopewadi now. 15 out. Then for Innes. And it's called forward, the pass from Hopewadi to Innes.
But once again, the genius of Cliff Lyons. Hasn't been on that long, but one of the few times he's had the ball in his hands. Well, I can't see how that ball went forward. Hopewadi was falling.
And Balmain from the scrum with Withers. Rory Hanley just coming off now for Balmain. Glenn Morrison back into the action. Mark O'Neill almost to the 30-metre line. He's on for Stimson. There's Adam Starr. The time reversing into the defensive line. Somehow he came free and O'Neill was in support. And centre. Stephen Jolly. Long ball for Hudson Smith. Tuvey is there again. It's a good tackler, Jeff Tuvey. Langaloa. Making good work of what was a tough situation when he got the football. There was nowhere to go. Here's Jolly. Back with Gillette. 5th tackle for the Tigers. Gillette's kick. There's plenty of troops back there for Manly. Hopewadi steams forward into the tackle of Morrison and Sirenen.
Like last night, Parramatta's 3 best players were 3 players who backed up from the state of origin in Smith, Dimmick and John Simon. And today for Cossack, got to him eventually. But they're playing very well, those 3. Now they get a penalty, the Eagles.
Well, of course, you're backing up from origin as well, and you've been performing brilliantly over the last couple of days. And the footy show Thursday, you've had 3 games.
But I do know from experience, Andrew, that, you know, you love to play football. And don't worry about the train. I'd play, 3-4 times a week if I could. You just get on a roll. You want to get out there and just keep doing it and doing it. And look at Carroll. Here he comes again.
Mark Carroll, forward for Manly. Steve Roach, your opinion on that, backing up after origin football?
Well, I mean, there's no problems backing up as long as you haven't got any injuries. I'd have to agree with Paul. I'd much prefer to play than train because there's always that competition when you're playing. But Manly at the moment having trouble getting out of their own end, just forcing the pass a little bit too much. Balmain dropping off a few tackles, but they've been hard done by a couple of times with a few penalty decisions.
Here's Field. The Lions just outside the Tigers 20. Lions pass floated past Innes. Hopewadi almost back to the Tigers 40. Good pass off the deck to Menzies. Then for Innes, it opens up on the left side. Webber comes across to make the tackle. Brasher was also there, so there's no fullback at home. It's with Craig Field. Field, he does kick, knowing that there's no fullback there. Morrison is back. The kick's a little strong, and Langaloa is with it. And he dances his way from the 10-metre line, but good thinking from Craig Field. It was on. Tigers away from their own danger zone. Mark O'Neill. Still a good match of football, this one. Webber. Michael Withers, confronted by Hunter. He's now on the left wing. Hopewadi wants him over the sideline. Almost dropped in the tackle by Withers. Sirenen just short of halfway. Now Jolly. This time he's running the match. Nice tackle from Carroll. Last tackle. Gillette. Will do the chip this time. The long ball well handled by Morrison. Dropped it onto the toe. Into the arms of Cliffy Lyons. Field.
Chance now for Manly. They go wide. Hopewadi.
Ennis. What's Hunter angling inside centre across. Here's Neil Tierney. Just inside the Balmain half. Tigers up 6-0. A Kennedy try and a Withers goal. Cliff Lyons inside for Menzies. Menzies went one out the back door. It comes the way of Brasher. Broken field running for Tim Brasher.
Yeah, no good that for Manly. They're just throwing the ball anywhere. And Bob Fulton, the kicking game is almost non-existent because they haven't controlled the football.
Even Jolly, Hudson Smith. And Hudson Smith ran straight at the Manly defence. Simpkins has pinched a few for offside inside the 10. The Tigers, the offer is there of 2 points again. And Withers will take up the invitation from 23 metres out.
Well, the game is at a very interesting stage. Most of the pundits would have said that Manly would be 8 to 10 points in front by now, but Balmain are showing a lot of ticker. They're playing very good football. They keep turning up. They've controlled Manly's danger men very well. By that I'm meaning when Lyons is with Menzies, that combination hasn't really produced anything so far, and they're really concentrating on that area, the Tigers in defence.
Steve Roach, you did mention defence earlier, but it has been a plus for the Tigers. The two sides actually coming into this game have conceded 31 tries each from 11 rounds.
Well, we already mentioned that, Andrew, that the defence has been a big plus for them this year. They've only got a couple of players that they can look to score points, but they're very solid around the middle of the ruck, and I'm sure Wayne Pearce will be very happy going with the breeze in the second half.
Successful here will get him to 50% success rate. It is unsuccessful. Well, success is there, and back comes Shannon Nevin for Manly.
Yeah, missed.
Thank you. Carroll over the 20. Keep reminding Mark Carroll's work rate, 11 hit-ups. Neil Tierney, the 30-metre line, centre over the top. Costly for the Tigers, missing a kick like that and not getting it dead from just outside the 20. Kawadi with a few things to say when he got to his feet there. Field inside, Sedaris able to offload. He put on a couple of fends, and Hopewadi well handled by Morrison. Hopewadi has some objections to that tackle. I reckon Hopewadi could be penalised here. He will be. Look, Morrison was trying to get off the player tackled, and Hopewadi had hold of the jumper. I got no arguments with the referee's decision.
A strong tackle from Morrison over the top. But I've got to say this, Morrison is not really attempting to get up. In the end, Hopewadi grabbed him, but Morrison is not using his legs to get up. The penalty could have gone either way. It's gone against Manly, but I think they've been hard done by. And that's not through maroon and white eyes. You saw that, Andrew. Morrison really didn't try and get up.
Tigers are 25 minutes out from the Manly line. Centre, Sirinen. Tuvi right around the legs, and Billy Weepu almost got the big shot in over the top on Ciro. Centre. Loose pass. Gillette on the bounce. Stepping back into the defence of Hopewadi. 20 out from the Manly line. Continuing attack on the left. Darren Centre. Tim Brasher. He's back infield. Mark O'Neill. Now 10 out from the line. Positioning themselves for a kick late in the count for Michael Withers' wing. No, of course they come back the other side with Gillette for Brasher. Manly go high and lose it. Langaloa. Well, he got there. He's definitely forced it, but did Hunter get a first shot at it? Simpkins says no. The Tigers get the try. James Langaloa. 10-0.
Nice work from Balmain. A well-worked tap move this. They worked 3 or 4, got some good field position, then came back with his kick. Plenty of Balmain supporters here. Hunter couldn't handle it. And Haloa, it's Langaloa in for the try. But I go back to that penalty. I don't think that should have been given. Morrison lay there like an airplane. The arms were outstretched, didn't make any attempt to get up. Hunter, look, he should have done better there with that.
Ooh, just late. The elbow of Langaloa looked to roll it forward before he forced it.
Exactly right. But downward pressure was exerted.
He did get the arm over the top of the ball. Tigers' second try. Yeah, watching the tackle live of Morrison on Hopewadi, I was prepared to concede the penalty. Then watching it back, well, we saw Hopewadi get a good hold of Morrison's hair, but Morrison certainly wasn't trying to get to his feet. Now Now Withers with a kick from wide out. This is a good one from Michael Withers. That will do his confidence the world of good. 12-0 the Tigers over the Sea Eagles.
Replacements left, right and centre. All over the place now.
Let's take a comment from the sideline. Steve Roach.
It's an interesting ploy from Wayne Pearce. What happens is the forwards decide when they want to have a breather, so it's a lot different to any other side when the coach decides when they should be replaced.
Well, picked up before. Darren Centre just put his hand up after copping the hit over the top from Innes. Here's Brasher. Inside the Manly half.
And that's what's wrong with the game today. It's not a go, the interchange. It's like touch football. You never see Steve Roach put his hand up. I want to come off.
8-4 the penalty count at the moment. I guess we're bordering on a sin bin time if they continue to find themselves in trouble. Here was the Gillespie tackle. This one for a high shot that collected Stimson on the side of the face. No emotion at all on the face of David Gillespie. So the Tigers with a chance again before half-time to really have a big go at the Manly try line. This set of 6 starts from 30 out. Starr is the first man to carry forward and lift it in the tackle there on the Manly 20. Hudson Smith fulfilling the role of dummy half. Sirinen again, some driving defence from Gillespie. Picked up Sirinen and dumped him. Jolly. Morrison has put that pass down. There was a touch in front of Glenn Morrison, the ball from Jolly. He still should have come up with a catch.
12, zip it up, we're going to be sitting down, all right?
That's a bad pass. Got to try and hit the man on the chest. If Manly don't get any points before half-time, and they've only got a minute and a half to do so, Bob Fulton will be very disappointed.
On their own 20, this time the Tigers concede the penalty. 14 penalties in the first half, and Manly showing that they are in desperate need of points up to half-time. A quick restart. Sedaris, and here comes Weepu. Inside the Tigers half. It's with Tuvi. Well, it goes for Field. Then inside for Menzies. Oh, they go a little high. That was Stephen Jolly. It looked like a Des Hasler type tackle he tried to effect on Stephen Menzies. Menzies again getting some attention after first being put to ground. Now Field. Oh, he's lost it. With the attentions of the star tackle. Balmain come back with it. Completed sets of 6 will be a very poor statistic for Manly out of this first half. Tigers with another shot. Stimson. Gillespie coming up with a tackle. He's top of the count. David Gillespie 11, level with Innes. Last play of the half with Starr. Unable to offload. End of 40 minutes of Optus Cup football. Tigers with 2 tries in that first half. Langaloa scoring the most recent of tries before that, William Kennedy, and Michael Withers has landed 2 goals. So Balmain in the box seat as we go to the break, leading Manly by 12 points to 0. Tigers will certainly put themselves in a position, not quite invincibility, but very hard to catch if they do score first. Starr makes an error on the first tackle of the second half, under the attentions of the Hopewadi tackle.
Worst possible start there for the Tigers. First tackle drop. Manly, if they wanted to get back into the game, this is the opportunity they needed. Very strong defence there from Hopewadi, especially over the top. And Starr trying to throw a punch made himself lose the football.
Well, Manly, the scrum inside the Tigers 20. Lions shifted around to the blind side. Turvey decides to run it. So now Sirinen had broken from the scrum to make the tackle. Now Tierney crashing forward and offload. Sedaris and Turvey. Then Hopewadi. Hopewadi had Menzies on his outside. It comes for Nevin. Nevin, well, he pulled up quickly. Shannon Nevin, 15 out from the Balmain line. With it is Sidaris. Now 5 out. The Tigers under real pressure to start this second half. Hopewadi will go close. Hanley, Jolly, Sirinen, they're all there to stop Big Hopper. Tuvey is a dummy half. He has a go himself, the Manly captain. He gets over Jeff Tuvey. Well, look at that. 90 seconds gone in the second half. And the Premiers strike back.
Yeah, look at that. When you're in trouble, who do you look to for inspiration? Your captain, and Jeff Tuvey. He's holding Manly together in season 97. The big dummy. They didn't really fall for it, but he's just a little terrier. And gets over that line, bangs it down. Gets through a couple of good defenders too in Brasher and Hanley. Ciro was a bit tired back on the inside there. Couldn't get to him. You've got to be 3'4" to try and get through there, and that's exactly what Jeff is.
And he was man of the match on Wednesday night. Jeff Tuvey in State of Origin #1 as captain of the New South Wales side. Plenty of good players in this Manly side that played so well on Wednesday night. It was a game that was very tough to pick the man of the match. Outstanding individual performances.
Robbie O'Davis, I thought. He was the best Queensland player, that's for sure. He won our Players Player Award.
Here's Shannon Nevin with a kick. So a change and kicker to start this second half. This is only 15 metres out. Right foot around the corner kicker, Shannon Nevin. Get the margin back to 6. Shannon Nevin has come up with a shocker. Never looked like getting it. 12-4. The Tigers over Manly.
Pretty good game, Bossy, isn't it? It's a great game of football.
Oh,
very exciting.
Look, it's the same as it was in round 1. It was one of the more enjoyable games to call this year. A crowd of over 18,000. It was spirited right to the end. Balmain and Manly. In fact, the Tigers had a chance to clinch the match in the dying seconds. Craig Field came up with a catch off a ball when it appeared Tim Brasher was going to score. You get the feeling this one could go to the last minutes as well. It's the Seagulls with Sidaris. Terry Hill. Inside his own half. Menzies. Now Sidaris. Will run straight at Kennedy. And then picked up. Was that a dangerous tackle from Langaloa? I think you'll find James Langaloa could be on report. He may have a mate with him.
And he's been called out for it at the time. Just watching it live, I thought, well, it's just a good, hard, solid tackle. But he did grab and he did lift. And you can't do that these days in rugby league.
I think he's going to get 2 players. I was going to say Stimson may have had hold in there as well, or is it Kennedy? Yeah, Kennedy's there. And that's definitely in the category that they've enforced the new law. Langaloa is on report. And once you get the tackle player past the horizontal, that is where they're concerned that troubles can start. And James Langaloa,
He's not too worried about it.
he looks pretty happy about it. Very relaxed. Manly with Weepu. Look at the tackle. Gee, Weepu making it hard to be tackled. Put the ground. 20 out. He's hurt. Billy Weepu, well, it'd take a lot to sting Big Bill.
Bit of concern being shown as well from Jeff Tuvey.
I dare say the back of his head must have hit the ground.
He's doing a bit of twitching there. It's not real flash at all for Weepu. This will be a stretcher job.
So there is the tackle of Billy Weepu. The scoreline here at Brookvale. Balmain 12, Manly 4. We'll get a report shortly from Stephen Roach on the condition of Billy Weepu. The Tigers, though, on the attack. Morrison. Then the pass back for Jolly. Jolly in need of support. Manly's defence holds firm for the moment. Oh, Withers trying to attack the play from dummy half. The referee says play on. Menzies is back for Manly. Can he get to the field of play? Stephen Menzies, he doesn't get there. Oh, what a tackle.
What a tackle by Darren Centre. A beauty on Steve Menzies. It looked like he'd beaten one. Just a matter of getting out there. He beats another, beats Jolly. and looks like he's sweet, and then centre screws him around and forces him backwards.
Awkward fall. Let's go to Steve quickly on Billy Weepu.
Yeah, Billy Weepu in all sorts of trouble with concussion, as you've seen, but also Neil Tierney. He has pins and needles in his hands, and he'll be battling to get back. So Manly running out of front rowers.
Like Queensland on Wednesday night. Here's Morrison. Oh, what a tackle on Glenn Morrison from full. Slammed him down. Now Walker. He's taken high. Well, here's a penalty. And it's against the man I think I've just given a rap to, Scott Fulton.
Yeah, Scotty Fulton. A great first up tackle, then looks like he might have got a bit excited. The adrenaline flowed. He's come up with, here comes the grey ghost onto the field. Go champion, the touch judge.
Thank you for clarifying that.
In he comes, there he is.
It's the incongruous part of the game for my part that a player can get 10 minutes in the bin for the smallest of offences close to their own goal line, and then high tackles. You only go on report, you stay on the field. Just think there's an area once you put on report that you could perhaps serve some penalty off the field. We get 5 or 10 minutes. Got to keep in mind, haven't we, in all this flurry of play at the moment, that both teams are down to 12. Almost forgotten. The last 10 minutes of play have been a hectic period of play. Withers gets another kick.
Yeah, Steve Race, I just saw Jeff Turvey leave the field. Champion, is he okay, or is he just having a rest?
Yeah, he's copped a couple of high ones of late, Paul, in the last 10 minutes of the game. I think Bozo's just given him a rest. He wasn't real happy about coming off. He's a competitor, isn't he?
Withers, not for the first time that he's had a chance to take the lead to 10 points. Here's Michael Withers. The kick from Michael Withers is there. So the Tigers extend their lead. 14-4 over Manly. Stimson. Adam Starr standing wide and striding out. Starr, the pass for Walker. Over the Manly 40-metre line. This is Shane Walker. Tigers front rower. Then back for O'Neill. Now 30 out. The pass comes for Withers. And Balmain. What a good play that was for them. Some good offloads. Jolly. There are numbers on the left side. Jolly retaining possession. Taken to ground by Sidaris. Last play. Starr, a good pickup. It comes for Gillette. He decides the high ball. Webber coming through on the chase. Back is Innes. The ball bounces up. It's pressure. He tries to knock it back. And the referee is thinking line dropout, is he?
No, this will be a... Oh, hang on. What's he doing? He's calling them back for a line dropout. What's happened here? It looked like it had just gone out. The Manly players can't believe it. They've got the arms outstretched. They don't want it. They're not going back. It's a mutiny. Well, they can't believe it. And we'll have a look at this replay. Tuvi's still on the sideline.
Does Innes get a touch there? No. Did he get a touch here?
No. That's a shocking decision from both the in-goal judge and the referee. That's just awful.
It can't be any closer to the action between the touch judge, the in-goal judge and the referee. What if it was a 2-1 decision or unanimous? Tigers outside the Manly 30. I guess all we can say is that the decisions seem to have gone both ways today. It's Morrison, he tried to slip the pass, well he did, and it was forward, and Manly are with it. Sidaris. The Manly side, he pushes a pass for Menzies. Menzies, he's still looking to offload his own 30-metre line. One of the Tigers players in trouble. It is Glenn Morrison. I think they've called for the stretcher even as Lions. Then passing. Intercept for Kennedy. Kennedy can't handle. He loses it on the first tackle. Ellery Hanley comes back from the bin. So Hopewadi is still there. Hancock tries his luck through the centre. Tuvi's gone down straight away here. Is in a lot of trouble. Well, they're down everywhere. Morrison's down for the count.
I don't think we've got enough stretches for this.
So too Jeff Tuvey, and they are both in agony. The ankle of Glenn Morrison, and I think the shoulder of Jeff Tuvey. Is there a doctor in the house?
Dr. Nathan Gibbs there on the sideline for Manly. Well, what a game. It's at everything, this. Here's Morrison trying to... He flicks one out.
Oh, I don't want to see it again.
Oh, excuse me.
And now Tuvey. Does he cop it late or what? There he goes. From Stimson. A late tackle is what you could call it. So it's all happening here at Brookvale. And still the score. Balmain, Saturday afternoon football, leading Manly 14-4.
Well, who's it going to be? Will it be Lyons? Will it be Menzies? Will it be Tuvey to crack this Balmain defence? No, it's Teeny. Good run, Neil Teeny.
Seagulls 5 short of halfway. Tuvey. Kosef standing up, but still 2 and 3 men in the tackles for Balmain. They've kept Manly to this point to just 1 try. That's straight after half-time. And one from close to their own goal line. Hancock. On the ground by Kennedy. And now Tuvey. Straightening up, getting inside the 40. Here it is with Field. 30 metres out on the last tackle. That kick looks too deep. It does find the line, so at best they get a scrum.
Craig Field asking his players to lift. Put the kick in, no chasers, but it was always going into touch. And what they need now is a mistake from the Tigers deep in their own 20-metre area.
We saw big Paul Sirenen stretching. He's keen to get back out there, but Wayne Pearson, unless one of those forwards puts their hand up, might be reluctant to send him out there. Here's Langaloa. Tigers inside their own 20. Jolly from Brasher. And across field. Tuvey's on the chase. So too Innes. Innes doesn't miss. Makes the tackle. Eventful match. Couple of players on report. A couple in the bend. The Tigers almost losing the ball. Innes is off, or rather Withers is offloaded to himself in the tackle. Stimson. Bone jarring defence from Gillespie. Tigers on their 30. Starr. These are good meters for Adam Starr. Picking his moment and making 15 for the Tigers. Takes it up to the last. And takes a bit of pressure off the kickers. Gillette with a bruise at his back. Hunter had dropped back. So too Hancock. Hunter. His own 10-metre line. Kennedy, first chaser. Langaloa. Almost bumped away, but Kennedy combines to make the tackle.
Well, we've got 11 minutes to go in this match. Now, against Illawarra, Manly scored twice in the last 7 minutes to snatch a draw. And against the Gold Coast Chargers, twice in the last 3 minutes to snatch a draw. Can they do it again today? I don't know. This Balmain side, they're not getting tired. This interchange system they've got, they've kept themselves fresh, and they're tackling as well now as they were in the first 10 or 15 minutes. They go wide now to Innes.
Innes. With Hopewadi on his outside. Hopewadi does well to come back infield. Menzies is with him. Sirenen back out there, misses the tackle. Menzies extends. Brasher comes up with a tackle. Rifles the pass for Field. 40 metres out from the Tigers line. Then back with Sidaris. Manly getting the roll on. Sidaris thought about the kick. Hill is with him. Well, there's plenty of troops there now. Hill got through a tackle. All of a sudden, the Tigers start to miss a few. And there are big numbers to the left. Manly, it goes through the legs of Tuvey. Now Field. 30 metres out. Field straightens up. Oh, did he pass off the deck? Simpkins says play on. Well, that could be a big decision. Lyons. Then with Hancock. Over the top for Innes. 25 metres out. Innes. Withers is there with Webber. There's plenty of talking points in this one. Last tackle. Lyons with a chance to run. Then for Tuvey. They need a result here. Langaloa is with it for the Tigers. They couldn't find in goal. I just wonder about that pass from Craig Field off the deck. It did appear that he was held. Let's watch it again. Here's Field.
Now he's brought down. The arm carrying the football wasn't on the ground, so maybe that was okay.
Tigers with Hanley. Interesting change. Adam Nable on for the Tigers. Former Manly boy, is he not, Fatty?
Yeah, he's the son of the Manly trainer, actually, Dave Nable.
He gets a chance at glory here. They did have Laloa Milford on the bench. Tim Brasher just in back play. He's okay. Gillette drops it. Menzies. Menzies has lost it. Well, will he play advantage here? Double knock on. And he wants the changeover.
It's a turnover. Those are the big things in the game that can happen. Manly now, 8 minutes to go. The Balmain defence has been just outstanding. Every time Manly have pressed their line, they've held them out. How long can they keep it up?
Lesby moving back. I just get the feeling if Manly score once, they will score twice. Here's Sidaris. Menzies through the centre. Hasn't he come alive? Now Sidaris offloading Tierney. Tierney, then the pass back, put down by Hancock. It wasn't a good... Lions. Plenty of lefts and rights. And Cliffy want to be very careful.
And he's still going, Cliff.
Oh, what has happened to the boys?
That is totally unlike Cliff Lyons, I'm telling you. He's not a violent player. Jolly's down. Brash has got blood coming from his cheek. And just what exactly has happened here?
I'm pretty sure Cliff Lyons threw the first punch. However, I won't be surprised if both go to the bin. That's Brasher and Lyons. They go off, Cliffy. Well, there's 7.5 minutes remaining. And Simpkins is just about going to issue a caution for both teams. Gee, he's had a busy afternoon. 2 in the bin, 2 on report. I reckon a few of Cliffy's punches landed on Tim Brasher. Tigers have got troubles all over the park. There goes Cliff Lyons. The call was that Brasher pushed one of the Manly players over and Lyons started to stink. Now will Brasher go? I think Simpkins wants to make sure that there's some gap between the two players going to the bin. Brasher goes. So they won't be seen again in this match. We might keep our eye on Lyons and Brasher as they go from the field. They'll basically be running side by side.
Oh, there'll be no drama here.
There you go. Plenty of punches.
The boys actually walking off having a nice little giggle about it. No drama at all.
Scars are definitely on Tim Lyons in that battle. But the Tigers are on the attack. And it's with Walker. Walker driven back. It's had the feeling of a semi-final, perhaps not the execution in all plays in this match. Here's Gillette. Inside for Kennedy. Held up by Field. Balmain leading by 10. And another call for touch judge and referee to make. This time against the Tigers. Manly will get a fee.
He lost that Cole Kennedy, but with 6 minutes remaining, and Manly have lost their chief playmaker. That's what will hurt them. And Balmain have lost their best player.
And their best talker in the defensive line, having Brasher at the back. He just points them around. Here's Tuvey. Now Hill. Hill has Hancock. Hancock is with it, and Webber, who's had pretty close to a perfect defensive game in the centres. He's done well. Kosef attacking the blind. Quick hands. Yeah, that's over the sideline. Oh, the Tigers will get a fee.
Ordinary stuff there from the Eagles. Hasn't been their day.
Well, Fatty, they're looking for that extra gear. You mentioned those matches, the Steelers and the Coast, but they just can't find it today.
You can't keep doing it. You can't keep giving head starts and then coming from behind all the time. And I'm not sure what's happened to Manly the last month or so, but it's not the Seagulls we saw in the opening 6 weeks of the comp.
And it's with Gillette. Well, they've still got a couple of matches to contend with too in this representative period of the season. Here's Kennedy. Running up to the tackle of Tuvey. And the next round to play St George is now Nable. Gets it to the 20-metre line. Jolly. Hanley wants a run. Then thinks about kicking. Now offers offender Tierney. Tigers 8 metres out. Troops left and right. Able a dummy half. Who will he pass it to? He won't pass it to anyone. He's away from Sedaris. This is Nabel. Jumper's gone over the head. He'll do a good job to play the ball here. Here it is with Hanley, last tackle. He threads that one through. Tuvey again has covered up for Manly. Well, Simpkins rule the tackle count restarting. He hasn't to date. Manly are with it with Field. It comes for Hill, then for Hunter. Hunter, can he find some space? Langaloa makes the tackle. Well, gee, I'm sure Stimson got a hand to it on the previous play. Although Manly, maybe some justice has been done. They earn a penalty anyway.
Yeah, they've just lacked a distinct go forward today, Manly. No one there wanted to go forward. Everyone looking for the gap for the genius pass.
3.5 to go. Neil Tierney. Star is up there. If you were picking your best prop on the field today, Star would certainly be right up there. Goes back with Sedaris. Another Balmain player is down and affecting the tackle. It was Stimson who's been left behind. They're down to 11. It's Terry Hill stepping away from Kennedy. Hill is with it for Manly. And taken to ground by Star. Stimson is coming straight from the field for the Tigers. It comes for Kosef, then for Field, then on for Hopewadi. There's some space. Hopewadi, can he slip the pass? He's away from Jolly. Taken to ground by the Tigers halfback. Hancock, 2.5 remaining. Now Field. Tuvey thought about the kick. Kosef, then floating pass. Menzies has lost it. It was almost an afterthought to go for it. Stephen Menzies. And Balmain will get a scrum fee. Oh, Steve Roach, how are you going down there, your old Tiger?
This is sensational, mate. Forget about 84. Today's our day.
13's your lucky number, Block.
It's taken us a while, but
you won't win here till 2010.
This will do me.
It has been a wonderful performance here by the Balmain Tigers. I've got to say that. Wayne Pearce must be feeling so proud of his charges today. Not only are they going to win the game, they've actually won the penalty count here at Brookvale Oval, which is it doesn't happen that often. Hanley's gone off to the blood bin, bleeding from the lips.
23 penalties in the match. 13-10, the statistic Paul Hawke was alluding to. We've barely got a player to send back out there. Tigers. A little over 2 remaining. Angaloa. There's that little step again. Stops a back slam for his troubles from Terry Hill. Then got pushed. Angaloa. He makes a double. With a facial on Michael Gillette. Tigers with O'Neill. Stolen. One-man tackle. Sedaris is away. They all stopped and looked. It ain't over yet, baby. It's 14-8. Sedaris scoring. The thief came away with the football.
Oh, Ali Baba Sedaris, he's done it. He's given Manly just an inkling, just one little whisper of a hope. One-on-one. Well, was it one-on-one? That's the question. Hill was there as well.
Oh, make the call. Oh, look, it's a two-man tackle.
It's a two-man tackle.
No.
It's a two-manner. But the try's been given.
Well, I mean, can Atachi help Simpkins in that situation? Fields with his kick is successful. So all of a sudden, we've got heart attack stuff. 79th minute, 14-10, and back to halfway. Well, Manly mightn't draw this match, they might win it.
Oh, look at the faces. Look at Big Ciro pleading, yelling at his players. Come on, fellas. Hanley's on the sideline as well, doing exactly the same.
Go back to so many calls, so many line ball calls today that have gone against both teams, but that one led directly to a try. Siren sounds, and Simpkins doesn't want to restart, so it's all over. Balmain record their 5th win of the season. Manly suffer only their 2nd year, their 1st at home since 1995. What a result for the Balmain Tigers. And they're a club, when you talk compromise, that have been given very little hope of surviving. And remarkably, this is the reverse of the first round scoreline. It was 14-10 to Manly round 1. Here today to the Tigers 14-10.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports in partnership with the National Rugby League.